Hey Gritters, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a ruthless look at the top contenders in the world of organized crime. In video game form, that is. But before we pull off the ultimate heist, that of your viewership, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you join a crew of loyal wise guys. Let's get down to business. We're counting down the top 10 Mafia and Mobster games of the last 5 years. Forget dusty old classics. We're focusing on the freshest mobster experiences to hit the market. From ruthless power struggles to cunning cons, these games will have you feeling like a true don. So grab your fedora and finest Italian suit, because it's about to get real. We've got 10 incredible Mafia games to unpack, each offering a unique take on the life of a don. Let's waste no time and jump right in with number 10 on our list. Number 10, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Gangster Light 2024. Kicking off our top 10 at number 10 is Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, fresh out of 2024. Now, hold on, wise guys. Before you reach for your cannoli, let's talk about expectations. Ichiban Kasuga, our man on the ground, is a reformed Yakuza. Sure, that screams mobster cred, but Infinite Wealth leans more wacky RPG adventure than classic Mafia turf war. Don't get me wrong, there are some intriguing mobster elements sprinkled in. The opening flashbacks are brutal gangland hit, straight out of a La Cosa Nostra flick. The most Like a Dragon has ever gotten, honestly. According to IGN, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth delivers a riotous level of chaos and carnage, which perfectly complements the series' penchant for over-the-top action. And let's not forget the Barracudas, our Hawaiian antagonists, led by the legendary Danny Trejo. Seriously, best celebrity voice acting this series has ever seen. These guys are pure mobsters. Their secret underground mall/lair, absurd, but they pack a serious punch, the most ruthless Ichibans ever faced. So yeah, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has some fantastic mobster moments, but it's not a full-blown Mafia experience. Still a great game worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of the wacky and wonderful world of Like a Dragon. Now on to number 9 on our list, a game that truly embodies the Mafia life. Number 9, Red Dead Redemption 2, A Gangster Detour 2018. Alright, you caught us red-handed. We may have bent the rules a tad for number 9, but hey, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. This Western masterpiece deserves a shout-out, even if it squeaks by our 5-year cutoff, October 26, 2018, for those keeping score at home. Look, let's be honest, we might be a little desperate for pure mobster action on this list, but hey, Red Dead 2 kinda delivers in its own unique way. Remember that unforgettable escape from the bayou? Yeah? Well, buckle up, partners, because things get really different real fast. You end up entangled with Angelo Bronte, a true mob boss with a hold on John's son. Suddenly, sprawling landscapes and outlaw shootouts are swapped for the mean streets of a bustling city. Forget English. This is a whole new language game. Foreign language culture shock anyone? This entire section throws you headfirst into a world of criminal conspiracies, leaving you constantly on edge. It's a refreshing change of pace, highlighting just how out of their element Dutch and the gang truly are. Now, you could argue that the Vanderlyn gang itself is a form of mobster, but let's face it, train robberies aren't exactly the first thing that comes to mind when you think of the Mafia. A quick heads up from our friends at Niner Times Gaming, this is a slow burn of a game, demanding dedicated chunks of playtime. The online mode also has some wrinkles that need ironing out, but the core experience is fantastic, with a strong foundation for future updates. Look, Red Dead 2 might not be a pure crime drama, but hey, it's got Angelo Bronte, a major figure in the criminal underworld if I ever saw one. Now, let's move on to number 8, a game that truly embraces the Hong Kong underworld. Number 8, Hong Kong Massacre 2019. Our list is about to take a turn, so buckle up. At number 8, we have a game heavily inspired by Hotline Miami, Hong Kong Massacre. This 2019 action game throws you into the shoes of a vengeance-fueled ex-cop on a rampage against the city's ruling gang. Think John Wick 4's overhead action scene, but as a full game. It's pure chaotic fun, channeling the over-the-top gun fu of John Woo movies or a simplified Max Payne. You've got slow motion, shoot dodges, and all the crazy action you crave. While the minimalist story presentation and some repeated environments and boss fights expose its slightly limited scope, according to IGN, the Hong Kong Massacre consistently delivers a brutal ballet of ballistics that remains gripping from the first shot fired to the last enemy downed. Now, it's not as deep or challenging as Hotline Miami, and it's a shorter experience. However, according to a gaming user review on Metacritic, the Hong Kong Massacre rocks with its fun style, making players feel like John Wick. While some may find the lack of story disappointing, it doesn't detract much from the intense and bloody mayhem where the Hong Kong Massacre absolutely delivers. Alright, next up on our list, we have a unique twist on the Mafia genre. Number 7. Adios 2021, a different slice of Mafia life. Alright, for number 7, we're taking a sharp turn. This pick is a bit of an oddball, but here is out. Adios 2021 is a narrative adventure game with a unique twist on the Mafia. You play as a pig farmer, but not just any pig farmer. You've been helping out the mob with some, let's say, waste disposal. The problem? You've decided you're done with that life. But the mob, they're not exactly known for letting people walk away. So they send their hitman to convince you. The entire game takes place over your last day, with you and the hitman having a series of conversations. It's more about facing your mortality than some grand escape. Look, there's no action, no fancy gameplay mechanics. It's just conversations with a few choices that ultimately don't change the outcome. You're getting whacked. But here's the thing. Adios is only about 90 minutes long, but the writing is fantastic and the ideas are super interesting. It's one of those games that sticks with you long after you play it. Adios is a narrative achievement, using the medium of video games to tell a deeply human story that sticks with you long after you put the game down. According to a review on Gaming Trend, it features some of the best voice acting in the business, making it a must-play. While we think it could have explored some things deeper, it's a truly unique experience. You might not regret checking it out, especially if you're looking for a different kind of Mafia story. Alright, next up on our list. Number 6. Empire of Sin 2020, building a booze-fueled empire. This tactical strategy game is as tough as it gets. Select from a lineup of real and fictional Prohibition-era characters. Build your criminal empire and fight your way to the top. Think Boardwalk Empire meets strategy games. Expand your territory, crush rival gangs, and control the flow of illegal booze. It's like a mini Mafia simulator for all you history buffs out there. The combat's turn-based, similar to XCOM, but be warned, it's not quite as deep or polished as its recent counterparts. Still, it's a fun and engaging strategy experience. Now, Empire of Sin isn't without its flaws. It can be a bit buggy, and developers' support has dwindled, but hey, it's not all bad. For a game with such a cool concept, especially for Mafia fans, it's worth checking out, especially if you can snag it for a steal. We're always suckers for a good Mafia game, even the not-so-perfect ones. Empire of Sin might have its issues, but the core idea is fantastic. Let's just say we can't help but be a little optimistic about it. Coming up at number 5, we have a game that truly captures the essence of, well, let's just say it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Number 5. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2 2018. Gangsters versus Nazis? Alright, we admit it. Number 5 on our list might be a bit of a stretch. But come on, with a title like Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2 2018, how could we resist? This side-scrolling shoot-'em-up is basically a mobster-themed metal slug. Over-the-top action? You betcha! But here's the crazy twist. This sequel throws our favorite wise guys, Vinny and the gang, head first into World War II. That's right, gangsters versus Nazis. It's ridiculous, it's absurd, and it's undeniably fun. This This game is a blast, especially in co-op mode. The visuals might not be award-winning, but they perfectly capture the chaotic mayhem on screen. Look, it's not going to win any best-looking game awards, and it might not be the deepest shooter out there. But Guns, Gore, Cannoli 2 is a fun, overlooked gem that deserves a second look. The irksome aspects found in the predecessor have largely been improved upon here. For that, you've got to give Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2 credit. It's also just as enjoyable as the first entry. So if you were a fan of that, then you'll fit right back into Cannoli's psychotic shoes here, as noted in a review from Dual Shocks and Daydreams. So if you're looking for a side-scrolling adventure filled with explosive action and a healthy dose of absurdity, then grab your Tommy gun and get ready to mow down some Nazis, gangster style. Alright, next up on our list, we're heading back to a more traditional mobster experience. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition 2022, but kinda cheating. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. Number 4 on our list is the much talked about Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition 2022. Look, we've been very vocal about how this remaster wasn't Rockstar's finest moment. It was rough, buggy, and frankly, underwhelming. But hey, it's 2024, and at least most of the major issues have been patched. The games are playable for the most part, but keep in mind, they're missing content and features from the originals. Technically, we'd recommend playing those versions, but we're talking about the last 5 years. So yeah, a little bending of the rules here. The important takeaway, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas are still groundbreaking open-world experiences. They hold up remarkably well, even without the questionable graphical choices of the definitive edition. Look, if you can get past the visuals or haven't played the originals, then there's a ton of fun to be had. Now, speaking of mobsters, Vice City takes the crown here. Tommy Vercetti's rise to power as Vice City's kingpin is about as close to a mobster simulator as you get in GTA. Buying property, eliminating rivals, it's the mobster life. San Andreas is a different beast. The beginning is a more grounded mobster story, but things get wacky as you explore the state. Still, the mobster undercurrent remains throughout the game. Whether you're causing mayhem or dealing directly with the mob, like in GTA 3 and Vice City, these games are classics for a reason. They're worth experiencing, definitive edition or not. Alright, next up on our Mafia and Mobster game countdown, we have a true hidden gem. Number 3, City of Gangsters 2021, the mob's business side. Forget the flashy shootouts. Number 3 in our list takes a strategic approach to mobster life. City of Gangsters 2021. This turn-based strategy game throws you into a Prohibition-era Chicago, but instead of bullet battles, you'll be managing supply chains. Think less Grand Theft Auto, more railroad tycoon with a mobster twist. It might sound dry, but for the right player, City of Gangsters is a hidden gem. Building efficient booze distribution networks, creating a criminal empire brick by brick, it's surprisingly satisfying. The visuals are basic, but the theme is strong. Don't be fooled by the zoomed-out perspective. You'll encounter Crusader King-style NPCs who can become your allies or bitter rivals, depending on your choices. Sure, micromanaging deliveries can be tedious at first, but trust us, things get interesting. Plus, the tons of DLC add significant depth to the gameplay. City of Gangsters, or COG, is what I'd call a 1920s networking and logistics simulator with booze. I purchased the game and all of its DLC when they had a Steam sale. I've also restarted my game about 5 times as I learned something new about the game mechanics, which was too late to incorporate in the late game. I feel this game has quite a lot of depth. Shared a user review from the stream community. Look, being a gangster isn't all glitz and glam. Sometimes it's about spreadsheets and logistics. City of Gangsters proves you can build a criminal empire on more than just bullets. Alright, coming in at number 2, we have a game that blends classic mobster themes with a modern twist. Number 2, Like a Dragon, Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, 2023, Kiryu's Gangster Return. Alright, we confess. Number 2 might be a bit of a curveball, but hear us out. Yakuza fans, rejoice! It's Like a Dragon, Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, 2023. Our favorite dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu, returns in this action-packed side story to Yakuza 7. This time, Kiryu's undercover, or at least he tries to be. Let's be honest, those sunglasses aren't fooling anyone. It's a classic Yakuza plot with a twist. Kiryu's a secret agent with some seriously bad spycraft. The story might be familiar. A luxurious casino, shady schemes, and a power struggle for control. But hey, it's the most mobster-focused Yakuza game in recent years. Sure, it doesn't break new ground story-wise after Yakuza 7, but as a fun side adventure with Kiryu back in the spotlight, it delivers. Beat down bad guys, tangle with mobsters. It's classic Yakuza goodness. For Yakuza fans, Like a Dragon, Gaiden is another solid entry in the series. A familiar world with a fresh twist and a chance to see Kiryu unleash his inner not-so-secret mobster. Alright, finally the moment you've been waiting for. Our number 1 Mafia and Mobster game in the past 5 years is number 1, Mafia Definitive Edition 2020, a timeless gangster tale reborn. Cliché alert, right? But honestly, what else could it be? This remake of the cult classic is a masterpiece. The visuals are stunning, dripping with period detail that throws you right into the heart of the 1930s. The story, absolutely gripping. Don't be fooled by the open world look. Mafia is mission-based, a refreshing change of pace in today's open world overload. It's all about quality over quantity. This game is a narrative powerhouse. Imagine Grand Theft Auto, but focused solely on a phenomenal story. Trust us, it works. The shooting mechanics are functional, but they excel in classic difficulty, where the game truly captures the lethality of the original. The story might be a classic rags to riches to rags again mafia tale, but the execution is what elevates it. The performances are top-notch, and the new script adds incredible depth to the characters and plot. This is a textbook example of a fantastic remake. They took what made the original great and improved it with intelligent changes. Mafia Definitive Edition might just be the definitive Mafia game, and one that only gets better with age. It's not without flaws, but they're minor compared to the overall experience. This is a game we truly cherish. Alright folks, that's our top 10 Mafia and Mobster games of the past 5 years. From brutal ballets of ballistics to strategic empire building, there's a game for every kind of mobster wannabe. These titles all offer something unique, whether it's a gripping narrative, over-the-top action, or a fresh twist on the genre. So tell us in the comments below, which games made your list? What kind of Mafia and Mobster stories do you crave? And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome gaming content. We've got reviews, history, and evolutions, and tons more to keep you entertained. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to click the link on the screen to check out our latest video on Zenless Zone Zero. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching and see you next time, Gritters!